play KO though, so
Mm-hmm.
no chamber this time around, but we do see chamber for SONIQS coming out instead.
Yeah, Tex, he played a bit of KO during the VCT, I remember. So definitely familiar with the agent. But yeah, we do get to see that chamber again for Dizzy Life. We saw him playing that kind of, he would take a lot of entry contact with the teleporter backup and allow Crunchy to trade him off if necessary.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was actually for another event that we're covering, Community Gaming, where we saw Tex actually of his squad there, NRG, playing a bit of KO and looking really good doing so. So yeah, that kind of reminded me of that as well, and I'm definitely excited to see him on KO now. Thinking of that, so yeah, we got to see some chamber already, but yeah, KO, very very good agent as we stressed before. On top of that, and gives him another flash, gives him some more information too. Where are we hitting? SONIQS, they got 3 on satellite. But look at where the spike is. Bob has it all the way over towards tree of B site. Find one. We see another A Halls. It looks like Bob is taking the rope across with that spike.
Interesting. I wonder if they're going to wrap back around to B. The one bad thing about playing Brimstone on this map is obviously your smokes have limited range at which you can use them. So you got to get them in. You got to get the Brim to the right position, which is what we're seeing here with Bob making that rotation across.
Here's the setup. Okay, stun off right. Chamber reports in, and here we go. It's execution time. Kinda.
Is it?
They thought so. Rossi. Gonna spam through, but the smoke's doing work. Dizzy Life takes out Rossi. Brax finds Ian though. Dizzy Life gonna play pretty aggressive. Crunchy goes to the smoke here in A main. But they're all running A main. They're running at Brax. He doesn't hit the headshot. Dash away. Still getting run at. Corey opens the door and J-Sug says hello. And now Brax is still running. But the spike, they have to worry about that. 2 players are in flank.
We've seen them do this a lot where they plant and then they go to re-clear A, but I mean they have potentially gone too far.
Yeah, that was a halfway. That was actually scary for a second for SONIQS, but in the end, the cool heads come through and SONIQS does win the round with still 4 players alive. So I mean, still very good, but yeah, that got a little scary there.
It worked out. The Reyna catching a couple nice kills there towards the end, always throwing the pistol around. And I guess worth noting that the potential for smoke coverage is huge for SONIQS, right? They've got 3 Brim, they've got 2 potential coming out from the Astra as well.
Yep. And yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually just going to reference that as well. They did not do that against XZ Female. They ran the Reyna, or no, they have Reyna, so they ran the...
Didn't they have a Viper?
Wait, no, they did. I'm sorry, they did. Never mind, I lied. There's Astra. It was Astra Brimstone, so they did do the double smoke that match as well, so yeah. I don't even think we pointed that out, honestly, so that is interesting seeing right here from SONIQS. They love all the smokes here that they can apply. Working up Arcade. They have Bob in tree once again. Gonna flank the other side. Flashes in. Rossi has a flank! He hit the head, but doesn't get the kill. Worst feeling ever.
That's one of those around land. You know that they probably stood up and were like, what are you doing, man?
Yep. That's classic for you. That's a sheriff. I mean, that's a kill, of course, but... Or any other gun, frankly. Maybe not a judge.
Launching smoke.
Maybe. Anyways.
30
SONIQS,
seconds left.
They are going to hit A site, and it's going to be a free plant for them. It's just Whitmer alive. For IWNL going to hand off the spike. They want to get some charges for Jaesung, and that will be a Rolling Thunder going into round 3.
Rex?
Or Brax, excuse me, yeah. Oh, no.
Shorty. Not really going to find much value out of this. Still taking it slow. You know, You can take the Brax out of CS, but you can't take the CS out of Brax since he makes his way very cautiously around these corners.
I just assumed Whitmer was on the jet again. But no, it is Brax. So
doesn't want to give up an alt point potentially here.
Might just die to the spike, yeah. Yeah, looks like that's what we're gonna see. I don't know why he would run them down. Okay. I mean, well, I died too, I guess, but yeah, that's a little odd.
I think he was just trying to hunt for an opportunity to use the shorty, it looks like, and unable to do so.
Yeah, but again, it does give Ian another orb there as a result.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder is available now with that plant for Jaesung, so expect SONIQS to maybe turn up the pace here a little bit.
Turret out.
Yeah, they purposely allowed him to plant to get it, so you got to think that game plan is going to involve using it on round 3, and Jaesung headed right towards Underpass. As Tex gets 2 towards Arcade with that knife. Jaesung, though.
Jaesung sneaking through the Underpass. Setting up potentially for a tower hit. Rossi finds first contact, though, taking out Bob. So 3 smokes off the table. Luckily, they have a secondary controller.
Yeah, that's why you run 2 smokes. 1 dies. I still got them. Tex holding the rope up there in tower. It's like Jaesung knows, but they're just walking up slowly towards generator. Smoke goes down into the side. It's eventually coming. They hear Tex jumping around. That's gonna not hit anybody. That's because they're in the site now. They're flanking. Tex smoked off. Will flash out right in the face, but he doesn't peek the right direction. Right into Dizzy Life.
Dizzy was basically like underneath him when he threw that flash.
Yep.
SONIQS finds some really good timings here.
Yep, they are. They have a player advantage now as a result of it, too. Zion in towards generator, connector mid. Sees the gun of Brax and peeks out just enough. Checking for more. Nobody else there, but here's the other 2. Maybe it's save time for IWNL. Not gonna happen. Ian hunts them down. Corey got Jaesung, but it's Corey versus 3, and you definitely just want to save now. And we are going to see that save. And SONIQS up 3-0 here on Fracture. They still have that Rolling Thunder to use as well as we head into round 4.
Starting to build up a good lead here in both economy and the ultimate side of things. The IWNL squad has not really had much opportunity to take those aim duels that they were winning so much on Icebox. It's really just been SONIQS controlling the pace of the round, getting the spike down, and forcing IWNL to kind of take these wild retake plays.
Ian took the rest of the team towards A main as they took the stun initially. There is a turret there that's gonna get information as soon as they start peeking. Oh, those are smoked off, I believe. Actually, yeah, it's smoked off, so not get that information. But great flash through, and Corey gets 2 with it.
Love it.
Beautiful team coordination.
Yeah, Corey walks up A main. Tex throws the flash through the door, which opens it. Corey peeks off that.
Doesn't mean SONIQS wants to give up on this A-side hit. They're still interested. Ooh, wins the firefight. Whitmer cannot land the sheriff kill.
Out of charges.
Meanwhile, Ian's made his way onto the site, so he's got a great spot here.
The door opens and Jaesung goes right to the head of Brax. With Ian on side, Bob is eventually going to make his way in there despite not much life. And get that spike planted. But Jaesung falls. They get a free gun out of it now.
And Bob only 18 HP. Needs to be very careful where the positioning is.
Both KO and Astra trying to figure out what's the best route to attack this. Confuse Tex. Up top, Ian had a great angle hold there. That's not where Ian expected. Not where Tex expected Ian to be, and Ian finds Rossi as well. So yeah, Bob only had under 20 life, but Ian had plenty. Wasn't afraid to peek.
Yeah, Ian, I mean, this guy, he is a fragger at heart despite playing the controller and leading the team. 7-1 and 2 to start this map off with Astra. Love it.
4-0 SONIQS. We talked about it from the previous series that we saw with, again, X at FE. How good SONIQS looked, especially on Fracture, and maybe really shouldn't be the most surprised that they're up 4-0, playing pretty well here, but back to guns for IWNL. Great stun though on Brax, prevents him from getting an operator peek on Tree.
Right there.
Yeah, pushes him off the angle too, and now Jason going to sneak into underpass to set up for what could be a huge rolling thunder.
Yeah. Flash on L, but before the flash connected, it was a little too high. Brax is able to shoot Crunchy. Rolling thunder now, but they're down a player. Just thinking about it. That will hit too. Oh, they're gonna walk up with this.
Yeah, they need to get in position to go up the rope. Here it comes. Oh, it hits Dizzy Life though.
Little awkward there. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And Tex is able to fall back, so no kills happening. It did force them back though. But NRG Texas got the angle.
One enemy remaining.
It's another gets straight dice to the molly, but they will take that every day of the week. I am from the other direction, and Brax says hello with the operator. Yeah, that all started hitting the teammate with the Rolling Thunder. That's not good.
Yeah, it's also a little awkward too with it being a chamber that's kind of trying to play off of that Rolling Thunder, right? Because it's not the same as having like a blast packing raise or a jet being able to updraft. You still have to climb up the rope, which takes time, and you know, it's not necessarily the best combo I've ever seen.
One enemy remaining.
And well played by Tex, accepting death at that point. Gets in the hat trick, and helps us secure a round there for IWNL. So finally on the board. Make a 1-4. You hear the KO flashbang coming out towards Tree. But it's not Sky Flash, so doesn't get the confirmed information that anyone was there. Sky Flash OP.
Why don't we see Sky then, huh, Breaky? Is it really that good?
Maybe not. True. Jae-Sung, once again, hunting underpass. Feels like this is really the default strategy for SONIQS. They send Jae-Sung on breach through underpass. They have Bob sit back in tree with the bomb. Astro's watching flank down there, and the other two hit through arcade.
It is kind of interesting. The underpass, like, I get that it's a cool way to do rotations, but it's kind of like, why not just start on that side of the map?
Yeah, that's true. It's not like the enemy's gonna be there. So, ooh, taking a little bit of damage there. Brimstone, but either way, Tex gets killed immediately. Popping that suppression. Now it still does affect, remember. So it is gonna stall them.
The aftershock, Dizzy Life just runs through it.
Yep, they will finally get the kill on Tex. So no suppression. It's a 3 versus 3. Bob is still working up. Tree, they're gonna divide this. And they're gonna get free into the site. The plant's going down behind the wall.
Planted.
Now the retake chance. Corey, great job with the nanostorm. Wimber got Dizzy Life, and it's suddenly just Bob who got detained. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Knife him. Knife him.
They're coming. That would have been fun. But, you know, you're playing a pretty big deal here at this LAN tournament. Let's just get the job done. Says Brax, and they make it 2-4. So, again, it got interesting there, especially with the ultimate usage, but not enough.
It does make a Rolling Thunder available to Whitmer on the breach. There is also a Cosmic Divide for Rossi. Could see Tour de Force coming out here for Dizzy Life. Crunchy, of course, has the Empress. Again, going back to the team-based ultimates versus the selfish ones, who's going to get the most value.
Mm-hmm. satellite play. We haven't seen a lot of this so far in this map. In this specific game, at least. We're going to definitely get that here. For some reason, both teams are starting to clash on it. Brax, operator on the right-hand side, gets one on Dizzy, but the fallback runs into the bullets of Crunchy. At least Corey got Jason. So still player advantage for the side of IWNL.
And Whitmer's on a pretty fast flank here. Already made his way through the spawn on the top side of the map.
Corey. Oh, didn't get the shot on them. Shoot it to the box. Still nobody dead from this duel, but finally Ian will take out Corey in the end. So, good jiggle peek.
One enemy remaining.
2 versus 3. Tex will make it a 1 versus 3. Up to Bob. That dart, it's going to be killed quickly, though.
Team ace.
Now, Tat almost
Close.
lined up for the headshots.
Very close to getting a double there and potentially having a shot at the round, but good trades coming in for IWNL, and we have ourselves another very close map. SONIQS not running away with it by any means.
No. That they are not. This is more like some of the previous series we had, specifically that first series, if I recall correctly, where it's a lot of momentum shifts. You know, in this case, 4 rounds in a row for SONIQS, and now got 3 in a row for IWNL, and setting up to potentially be a 4th one. You look at the economy situation. But Dizzy Life is going to activate that True to Force off the bat. Is dealing with the flash, though, on this peak. Rax saw the arm, didn't get the kill. Did some damage, but not enough for the kill.
True, it does give SONIQS quite a bit of map control here. They're able to push up towards the stairs, and they have this operator to cover. But again, we're going to see a little lurk through the underpass. Setting up for a B hit through tower, potentially.
G gonna win this duel with the Guardian. Whitmer, though, the Vandal will take it and gets Jaesung as well. Brax found the operator shot in the end. Dizzy Life, so the positioning may have been good, but it's not going to be enough to take the site for SONIQS. And again, goes back to, this is an econ round for them, despite that free operator coming into play. But they would like to do some econ damage if they can, and they're trying to keep them pinned in basically this B site to maybe do so. But Iron spotted, and Dizzy Life is going to hope somebody runs into that
30
crosshair.
seconds left.
Yeah, it's not finding very many opportunities to use this ultimate. Rossi just continually smoking, waiting for Whitmer to flank around. SONIQS flawless there despite using the Tour de Force.
There's the 4-4, and we are going to see a timeout from SONIQS. So understandably, again, they lost all that momentum at the 4-0 start. Now 4 in a row for I will not lose. And so SONIQS wants to talk this over. Again, this is their map choice. And honestly, I guess that now that I'm thinking about it, it is interesting to me that SONIQS is starting on attack on this one too, right? Because it goes back to, you know, stat-wise and understandably, so this really feels like an attack-sided map. So you'd think if you're choosing sides, you would want to go attack first, but maybe IWNL just not as confident with their attacking side, so starting on defense. We'll see what they have to deal with going into the second half.
Or they just have the secret sauce on defense, you know? 40% of the time teams were winning on defense. Maybe IWNL is just the outlier. Maybe they switched the script a little bit. I don't know why.
I think the more obvious is the fact that this is kind of a makeshift team of players coming from other very quality teams and some very good players, but maybe they don't have the most practice together, unlike SONIQS. So understandable, I guess, for me that they would want to start defense at least first. But either way, I mean, they've won 4 in a row, and clearly getting in the heads of SONIQS, who not only lost 4, but is down 1-0 right now in the series. Go back to that, of course. Icebox going the way of IWNL. That's why you see that score at the top. But SONIQS trying to force map 3, which would be Breeze. A main play off the bat. We saw what happened last time. KO flashed to the door, and Killjoy got 2, but not this time. They'll instead knife. They scout 1 as Corey's all the way back in the A site, though. Your ropes.
Early information from that 0 point. So Tech's doing a good job of holding down this door, and it is kind of interesting that SONIQS is putting 5 players on the bottom side of the map. Nobody creating any pressure on the Lyric.
The hunt begins.
Yeah, interesting coming out of the timeout. This is what SONIQS choosing to do. Then 05 essentially towards A, and they pop Empress. They're going out of the flash, trying to stall something. It's going to Bros, but the play from Tex will take out Crunchy, who had that Empress. Corey gets two as well before being traded out by Ian. Player advantage for IWNL, though. And SONIQS is going to fall back. And Bob and Ian are going to start walking back towards B, but SONIQS didn't really, or excuse me, IWNL didn't really overcompensate there. They still have two players on the B site.
Yeah, that was just one of those kind of brute force plays that was very difficult to pull off. They had to go, again, they had to go up the rope, which kind of wastes time on the stun. And still, somehow, SONIQS seems to be out-rotating IWNL, at least briefly. They will be able to get onto the site. Gives them a bit of an advantage here positionally.
Well, that was actually well played by Ian. Did put stars and smokes up in the A site, and then he cast them and then started running towards B immediately. And you can see on the mini-map, IWNL started to adjust, thinking that it might have been an A hit, but in the end it wasn't. So I think that kind of gave them that opening. Brax, the operator, needs to look left now. Rolling Thunder connects. Brax charging out. Deal with the tower as well, but Ian gets the kill. Brax finds Jason and tower. Oh, but he cannot connect an Ian. Wow, indeed. The headshot lands an Ion on Astra, that is. Hell of a play. 4 kills. Secures the round.
I kind of wish I could see that on replay. I'm curious where that last operator shot went, because I heard it go off, and still Ian headshot Brax and killed him.
Yep. And I go back to it. Not only was Ian MVP for 4 kills, but the fake smokes into the A site.
That works.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely something that Astra brings. Not many other agents can really pull off. Brax, though, with a nice peek, taking out Bob.
Maybe thinking that the flash connected, but it did not.
Spike dropped.
SONIQS already starting the player down. They do have Astro Wall, but they're going up against an Astro Wall themselves, as well as Killjoy in the lockdown, and then even the knives of Jet if needed. Once again, using this underpass, though. Trying to keep Brax, in this case, guessing which way they're going to come from. Oh, got the leg of Crunchy as well. Almost got a 2-kill with that. Well, Whitmer's there to clean up anyways. Sung timing out of the smoke, but no, Tex is there to trade immediately. Just when you think some hope for SONIQS. But hey, we've seen what Ian can do.
It's gonna be a tough one though. Tex pushing forward behind the flash. Ian will be able to at least fake the plan.
30 seconds left.
Interesting. It seems like he knew that players were there, but ended up just walking out in the open. Anyway, the momentum has definitely shifted here. As you can see, IWNL has won 5 of the last 6 rounds, and SONIQS, they seem to be having trouble getting anything clean. It's like every time they take a fight, there's always somebody there to trade.
Well, ultimate status, both teams have a lot elevated. This is going to be a very chaotic round, something tells me. We're going to see plenty coming out. You got no field, no command even on the one side. I think specifically that's going to be big from Tex. You got, on the other side, Brimstone does have his orbital strike, especially if the lockdown comes into play. So here we go. There's the no command. And they're going to hit B with this. So, see right there, SONIQS has fallen back, trying to get away. They'll go for the lockdown plant. A nice find from Rossi. Catches Dizzy Life. They sung down as well, and Rossi.
Oh my goodness.
Can't land the shot in the end.
So much utility, like you said. Tex. Oh, he's going to die to the molly. No way.
Did he just not realize or what? But
I don't think he heard it because of the wall.
Maybe. Brax finds a head. Oh, nice play there with the juggle pick. Oh my god.
Shot.
Prepare for hellfire.
No way. Orbital strike. There's where Brimstone's big. And he chases him out. Good lineup by Bob there to clutch it. But Brax doing everything he can to try to win that round and almost did.
That was such a sick round from both teams. Like really cool plays. The utility, get on the site, the counter utility from IWNL. Brax with the crazy shots, and then perfect Brimstone play from Bob to close it out. Chasing Brax off the spike with the Orbital Strike directly into his crosshair.
Oh my gosh. Chaos expected, chaos given. They're in round number 11. So as we enter round 12, 6-5 lead for SONIQS, trying to close up the half strong. Corey did not look enough to the left, but Whitmer's there for the trade. So we'll be a 4 versus 4 now. Astro Wall is ready to go for IWNL.
Shutting them down.
They've been doing a really good job of sending 2 people to dish every time they can test it. So SONIQS has gotten caught off guard by that a couple times now.
Tex scouting 3 with that dagger, by the way. Here's Rolling Thunder. Jaesung flashing out. No one was in the site to get hit by it, though. Well, Ian, lurking around in the spawn. You love to see it. You hate to play against it. Whitmer, meanwhile, towards Satellite, is getting backup from Brax eventually.
Stim beacon down.
Oh,
It's taken a while. 2 versus 4.
Bob gets the plant again, working our way for another orbital, although we are near the end of this half, so probably won't get there.
Flash on out, jet on through.
One enemy remaining.
Trying to play off of each other, but there's just too many players to shoot against, and Crunchy with a hat trick. 7-5, strong finish for SONIQS. So,
Switching
not
sides.
interesting there, but SONIQS eventually claims back the momentum, and at least they'll come in the second half with a lead. Now swapping to defense.
And now we get to see that chamber on the, the more appropriate side for a quote-unquote sentinel. See how Dizzy uses that utility.
So, swapping it up.
A gift.
Mentioned, this is where, similar to like a Reyna can shine on pistol rounds, you do have chamber as well with Headhunter. Although it did, he actually, no, he bought a ghost, didn't he? So never mind, we're not going to see the
Yeah,
final Headhunter.
definitely a different approach than Tex was doing. Tex was like trying to fight with the Headhunter, and we've seen Dizzy kind of opt away from investing in that in the early rounds.
Mm-hmm. Bob in the A site by themselves. We'll put smokes up. Gonna need some help soon. It's an A hit. Ian at top of the ropes. Here's them walking through. Meanwhile, Bob lines up a perfect shot with the classic. Corey gets Jaesung though, but Bob's still back there. Eventually killed by Tex.
This flank through dish a little bit too slow. So IWNL with some pretty good post-plant positions. Tex gonna find Dizzy life.
One
Timing.
enemy remaining.
But it's actually good timing in the end. Looked away from drop, but the role play is there, and IWNL secures round 1. 4 players remaining alive. I mean, on top of the plan, that's got to feel good if you're IWNL.
Absolutely. It was a pretty solid pistol round, and now SONIQS gonna be on a second pistol round as we see a Bulldog purchase for Tex, looking to get some duels in on the KO.
A lot of spreading out here on offense this time for IWNL. It's 3 different locations, essentially, they're looking to take control early. Whitmer, one of those locations of A main. Dealing with Bob over there. In the tree, not much happens, but you look at the mini-map, SONIQS has 4 players in the B side, and look where IWNL's going.
Oh
They're
no, Bob.
Yeah, feel for Bob.
Although Bob's gonna be able to slip into the spawn, so avoiding the initial contact will be more of like a 5-on-5 retake, it looks like.
Rex. Gonna drop down eventually, dashing through. Nobody in the sight. As you mentioned, Bob had already fallen back, waiting for teammate support. There's a first kill as Crunchy goes down. SONIQS going to try to collapse in. Maybe wait for Astra to eventually get there. She's taking a while to make the way all the way here, but Brax letting headshot on Jason. Dizzy Life, not Rossi. Isn't a headhunter. Brax is lining up these shots. And Whitmer catches Dizzy, but Ian will get the trade.
Get a couple guns off the board here, but Ian definitely going to get chased down here. Brax trying to farm those ecos. It will go to Tex. Gets one step closer to a null command ultimate.
7-7. Of course, back to the, or going to guns now for SONIQS. IWNL playing the bonus round. They are able to pick up a Phantom at least. See Brax lining up a nice headshot here on Bob. Eventually. There we go.
There it is. Yeah, speaking of Brax, looking pretty darn good on this jet. 15-9 leading the way for IWNL. Confirmed not washed.
This is an interesting dagger. Where's it going? With a tower. Yep, that's a great dagger.
Ooh,
Pressing Astra.
Love to see them fast hit off of that, you know, because there's no Astra Star available for 8 seconds, but...
Tex did all the damage, but Brax will take the kill. Flashing on up. Nobody else up there currently. It's Ian in the sight. Is going to get flanked in a second, though. I'm going to pull back to teammates. Hiding behind the box. Whitmer cannot win that duel, but the backup's eventually there. Dizzy Life holding a tight angle towards Generator. It's up to Dizzy Life. Finds another. Can't get a third, though, as Rossi will find their third. And they take the bonus round away from SONIQS to make it 8-7.
Yeah, IWNL is starting to hit their stride once again. We kind of saw this on map number 1, where it looked like SONIQS was playing a good control, pace control game. They were kind of picking apart IWNL, and then all of a sudden, IWNL just started hitting shots, and it's starting to happen here now. SONIQS needs to be careful, otherwise this one could spiral out of control pretty quickly.
Look at what Brax has, by the way. He's got that Judge. I mean, he does have knives as well, but Judge for close range. You're gonna hear the knives coming out. Crunchy peeking with the Sheriff. Obviously, SONIQS playing the econ game after losing their bonus round. Corey likes underpass. No lockdown, though. Simply checking it out.
Oh, so much information for Rossi. Here's them all running around in the middle.
Ooh. Saw gun. Yep, saw gun. The long arm of Chamber.
Yeah, he holds it straight out. It's pretty silly.
He sticks it out. Ian will fall to Corey. He's lurking into that B site and now making the call. That B's open, so this is going to be a free plan. I mean, Astra's still not sure. Rossi's, it's like one of those silly moments that you just go, man. There's no one there. But
right.
They're not 100% sure yet.
Re-verify nobody in tower, and Corey has so much control of the middle of the map.
Perfect accuracy.
Corey gets crunchy. And you gotta think SONIQS is in the mindset now. Just do some economy damage. Corey's gonna run through the molly right here, and that might be the great play as expected. Bob runs into the bullets of Corey. Don't expect anyone to run through that molly.
One enemy remaining.
That's 4. Not gonna get 5 though, as Tex will finish the job.
Yeah, really well played there from Corey with that lurk through the B site. Making that mid-round call and catching SONIQS completely off guard. They're going to call a timeout here. Bob wants to talk things over, and SONIQS, yeah, they need to come up with some answers. This is not really the same team that we saw earlier in the day. He looked so dominant on Fracture.
Well, I will not lose. IWNL, nothing against X at FE, but frankly, IWNL is playing very well right now themselves. Obviously, they're working off that high of Icebox as well. Taking the first map, and they are hitting shots. So,
yep,
it's definitely a big factor for them as to why they are looking good here. I almost want to go back to the double smokes as well. And as much as a fan I am of Brimstone, I love to see the Brimstone pop-ups. I don't know about this double smoke, though, right? Like, it just seems like it's a little overkill on that much utility where you figure maybe that Brim could instead be a KO. It could be a Flash of Sky, even of sorts.
Yeah.
Different utility.
Their information game is definitely weak, right? They don't have somebody to find that early round information like the Sky or the KO, for example. They don't have the Cypher either for sort of like cross-map information. It's really just on kind of like hitting a site quickly and hoping for the best is how their lineup is constructed.
Oh, nothing you can change about that now. Gotta work with what you got. Right now it's SONIQS down 7-9, but out of the timeout, they're gonna take control of A main as SONIQS defensively. But look at how IWNL spread out literally all 4 angles as far as entries. There's at least one player in each of them.
Aggressive push from SONIQS through A main. IWNL is ready for it.
Oh. Good hold by Whitmer, by the way. Saw one pass, but still was confident that more was coming, and they were right. They find the one. And now they're making their way into the B side.
See the
Double
Astra
arcade, 3-tree.
setting up for Cosmic Divide right now on the B site. There it is.
There you go.
Teleport's gone.
Taking away tower. The other Astra, Ian's in the site. Dizzy Life gonna charge to the wall. Cannot hit the shot though, and Ian's found in the site. Whitmer fell to him, but only able to take out one. That wall is gonna last a little bit longer. Look at Tex. Gotta get aggressive with it.
Spike planted.
Like not planted. There it is.
Eventually goes out. Kind of retake that they got. They got Chamber ulti, so tour de force, but probably not the ultimate you're looking to use here. Excellent generator. Almost. Nothing knows here though, and actually could get flanked. Yeah, the perfect timing from Bob. Comes out, they push this together. Tex got Jae-Sung though. Bob's gonna push into him, but no, Tex is too strong. Dizzy Life, the operator, he's gonna find the kill, but it just doesn't matter. As far as the round victory, it's a lost one, and
he
Brax
actually dies. What a
didn't
shot.
know.
Last player standing.
Good hold by Brax. Rossi dying to the spike explosion, but still IWNL. Yeah, that's huge because they take away that operator. What's now going to be back to an eco round for SONIQS on top of the victory.
To be fair, Dizzy Life does have the ultimate available, so could potentially bring out the op again, but certainly a momentum continuing round for IWNL as they really continue to shut SONIQS out of this half. I mean, SONIQS has not won a single round since they swapped sides.
Enemy kill.
Oh, Brax. Watching Tree catches Crunchy. Getting interested down there. Of course, it is a save. Tex could flash out. Takes control. And Corey goes to his home. Underpass.
Recalling my bot.
It's just funny to look at the minimap. It's like, oh no, Corey, watch out.
They're on top of you.
What are you doing? No, they're going through spawn, but oh man, the spike's going A though.
Yeah, I mean, IWNL has really just played a perfect attacking half. They have read every single round super well. They have consistently hit the site with less players, and SONIQS seems to be just kind of like reactively rotating, and it's always in the wrong direction.
Taking the site.
See, IWNL a little surprised that there's no resistance there. Text popping the null command, and there's just nobody to suppress.
Wait a second. That was almost worthless ultimate, but whatever. It's a position that helped them get this win, although Dizzy Life found Whitmer.
He actually popped the ultimate, feeling like he needs to get a little something done here.
We're gonna go for this retake. Time's ticking though. You hear the spike, Brax. From this nice angle to jump, cannot land. Iron charging in, got Brax, Dizzy Life got Rossi. It is still a chance for SONIQS. Gonna use a lockdown? It's gonna be a late, that's not gonna work. Is that too late? I don't know, Texas gets
he dies to the
volley.
volley.
Gets the kill, and Jason can't do a damn thing. As the lockdown goes off. I was gonna say, I don't think that lockdown's in time, but either way. Oh, that got crazy chaotic at the end there. You can't blame him, I suppose, for using it, because they felt like IWNL did that they were actually going to lose that round all of a sudden, but they get it in the end.
That KO Molly coming into play there. Able to take out Ian as he held the defuse just in time. I think it was like maybe about half a second away from finishing. That last hit got him.
All right, SONIQS, they have buys. They have 4 ultimates. I mean, this is... It's do or die here for SONIQS. They're down 1-0 in the series. They absolutely need this round.
2 players fighting Dish right now. Nobody currently on A site. Bob making their way back over there, but... Ooh, it's a good molly to slow things down. But... Little does SONIQS know that there are 4 players ready to hit A site.
Out comes Rolling Thunder. Orbital Command. Going to be throwing down. That will stop them, so it's not going to result in kills, but it's used as a barrier, basically.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tex found a kill on Crunchy, who had been left there on Dish. Ryan has to do so much here. It gets taken out by Brax.
Oh man, the 4-man Rolling Thunder. Jason gets 4 kills, gets the ace. Jason says, we are not finished. 8-11 SONIQS. Start of a comeback.
Wow. That was quite the spray down there with the Phantom. And Jason just used the ultimate, and he's 2 away from another one because of that. What a
wow, that's
crazy
insane.
round.
That is a good point. Already 5 of 7. That's crazy. Yeah, we could possibly see back-to-back Rolling Thunder rounds. Whoa. All right, calming back down, seeing what we're dealing with. Kind of a half buy for IWNL. They have a couple Vandals and Phantoms, but the others have pistols.
Get out of my
Some
way.
sort of crunch play here, setting up on A main. 3 players coming through the Dish area could drop down on the A side behind SONIQS if they're not careful.
Well, you can tell they're feeling some sort of momentum now. They're feeling pretty good. They're gonna push out again. Corey at least trades with Crunchy. Bob finds Corey. Dizzy live, porting elsewhere.
The trap.
Their trades will favor SONIQS, and Jason gets Tex on the ropes. And guess what? Jason has another Rolling Thunder.
The rope shooting is such a meme. I mean, what can you do? Like, you can't get off, right? You can't stop it. You kind of have to just try and take the fight.
It's like, I'm dead.
Yeah,
That's what you say.
exactly.
All set up.
Well, well, well.
Teleport ready.
9-11 SONIQS. Trying to climb back, and I don't know, something. Part of me feels like something has shifted. They got another Rolling Thunder. They got the Astral Wall. So we'll see how this round plays out now. But again, a bit of a half buy. In fact, was it a Marshall and a Judge, I believe? So yeah, really, IWNL, this essentially is a save round for them. Oh, but Tex. Headshot on Dizzy.
Operator down.
Sheriff over up. Sung. Back to though, they have Rolling Thunder for retake. Whitmer gets 2 with the Marshall though.
What is happening right now?
Oh no, it's up to Ian. 1 versus 2. They've picked up guns for sure.
Recovering it.
They did, but they did most of their damage with Marshals and Ghosts.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Corey,
Timing.
the timing.
Well divided.
Yep, it's gonna wall this up. No, the wrong way.
Oh, he doesn't know. Doesn't know who Rossi is.
Rossi. Clutch. Ian, yeah, he did not know where Rossi exactly was. Thought he was towards tree as well. And unfortunately for him, he was wrong.
I almost wonder if he fat fingered the ultimate a little bit, because even if he thought they were coming from
He could have angled it,
stairs,
yeah.
like you could just angle it across the entire site.
That's a good spot.
That's a good point.
And
It's
obviously-
easy for us to say, but in the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hard ultimate to use quickly too, right? You have to go into astral form and then click twice and then cast it. So
All right, go back to you, SONIQS. They still have that Rolling Thunder, and they're absolutely going to need it here, I'm sure. KO, meanwhile, for IWNL, has the null command. That could be big.
Right there.
Trying to go for some early picks once again. A slow play from IWNL using the ropes.
Yeah, this has been their best rounds on attack, is when they take things slow and allow SONIQS to play too aggressively into them.
Smoke's down.
Lots of pressure coming towards the A site. And the successful site for IWNL.
Rax operator. No one's here in A main though, so as we see, not going to get a chance. And really, SONIQS is playing retake. They're playing retake in the A site. They have 3 stacked in B, all that utility, so IWNL, it's just a matter of, do they mind game themselves out of this? And it looks like they are.
Sprinting towards the B side, so patience paying off for
30
SONIQS.
seconds left.
Yeah, now they are going to suppress. No command hits Dasper, I'm guessing.
Can't use
That's
that.
big. Although Crunchy holding, Jinsey got text. They resurrect. Boston kills. Crunch. Gee, so Tex is out.
They couldn't teleport out.
10 seconds left.
Great, no, Jinsey will take out Tex, and this time he's staying in 9 seconds remaining. They gotta get the plant down soon or get the kills. It's Jae-Sung, and Jae-Sung will hold again. Keeps hope alive for SONIQS. Yet again, 10-12. SONIQS needs 2 more to force overtime.
That was close. IWNL's slow approach, taking things down to the wire. And like you said, they kind of just mind gamed themselves out of that one. Obviously, they cannot see what we can see. So,
Remaining.
ultimately just making the best call from the information that they had gathered. But such a slow round didn't give them much choice other than to charge the site there.
Tex knifing right off the bat. Gonna get a chance here against Reyna. Does hit. Running right at Crunchy, but Crunchy too quick. However, Tex trades. Oh, down to 5 life though. Oh, easy kill.
Still got it.
That was awfully close to being
Yeah.
shot. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would be like, wait, what? Oh no, just to the site. Bob is trying to deal with this. Gets him back from my end, and Bob gets Corey. So the save round. You're on a round number 23 is a win for SONIQS. And we are going to the final round pre-overtime.
Just imagine if Tex had hit that flick. Like,
Yeah.
1 second.
Well, he
please.
does not,
I gotta visit the
and
Astro to play some stars.
Now we have the case of IWNL trying to close it out and move on to the semifinals tomorrow. SONIQS looking to force overtime if they can hold here. So what do we have? We got Orbital Command, we have Empress, we have Rolling Thunder for SONIQS. You have Lockdown and Rolling Thunder for IWNL.
yep. Could see a breach ult to take the site and a breach ult to retake the site. Obviously, Corey has to be kind of careful with this lockdown, or could potentially just use it to bait out that orbital strike.
Yeah, I was gonna say Orbital Strike, keep going, Orbital Command. Anyways, the Lockdown, it really is just a bait tool this game, because both with the Aftershock and the Orbital Strike, it's easy ways to kill it.
Crunchy's timing could be huge here, by the way.
Oh, you're right. They have no clue. They have absolutely no clue. Oh, gets 2. Gets 3. Crunchy trying to force overtime. Will fall to Whitmer. But doing what he needed to do.
Well done, Observer, by the way.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Whitmer's got Rolling Thunder still. It's almost like a case of
I mean, you
maybe
blow it.
YOLO.
Remaining.
Of course you do. Like, there's no reason to save
Well,
anything, but
I mean, now you have to, or if he's just gonna go for a gunfight. There's still only at 11 life. Okay, finally goes down. Orbital Strike just to make sure. We are going overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It seemed like SONIQS back against the wall, but Jae-Sung, the unsung hero, it started with that Rolling Thunder ace round, and they just carried off of that. Look at that, 5 of the last 6 rounds for SONIQS.
all right. I mean, this is what we wanted to see between these two teams. I was getting a little worried that SONIQS were, I don't know, sleepy or something, because they just haven't looked as crisp in the second map. But now we have ourselves an overtime, and this could be a long map.
I'm all for it. Potentially could be the final map, or potentially could be setting up Breeze in map 3. That's what we're looking for the answer of. But yeah, swap inside. SONIQS back to attack. IWNL setting up on defense. And right now it's 4-player satellite for SONIQS. No one there to defend against it. On the side of IWNL, they got Killjoy utility in the site.
We'll spot the players. Obviously, I don't know how many people are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost the whole team. And huge lurk from Ian, by the way, over towards B.
Tex gets smoked off, puts the molly down. Taking a little bit of damage too, but at least stays alive.
There's that lurk paying off.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Astra. But it's like Corey, yeah, Corey knows. Corey knows being lurked.
He's also being pushed.
Oh no, this could either be huge or not so much. Oh, the turn, the timing. Oh, almost got another. Bob killed in the site though. IWNL 3 versus 3. Flash Crunchy gets the call. Whitmer jumping up. Jizzy will get Tex, ports away, and it's up to Brax with an operator into the site. That ain't looking good.
No, he's gonna have to hit some shots very quickly. Does not have time. Switches to a rifle. Even if he just sticks from here, does not have time.
Nope. Get some stats. Get a kill. But SONIQS will get the all-important win and make it 13-12. So now it's SONIQS map point. Trying to finish the job here as they go back to attack.
That works.
Or excuse me, as they go on defense. And now it's going to be IWNL on attack.
We saw them have a lot of success with slower paced rounds. Definitely look to see a similar approach, but at the same time, SONIQS using that flank that we saw from Crunchy in that very last round of force overtime, punishing the slow round with a very early read and push.
I found out from Tex. It eventually comes down. I love that knife. Took a while, and actually Brimstone almost dies as they all peek together, but managed to get away in time. Still 2 players towards B for IWNL, so they're not going to necessarily force this. Now, in fact, they're creeping back, but they are going into a lot of utility over here. Corey, creeping up arcade. Checking generator, J-Song, timing, falls back and flashes. Oh, the timing was perfect.
He just knows. He just knows.
Taking that back.
Ian getting some smokes up or taking back the stars, it looks like.
Most of the rotations have gone to A. So Tex making some noise, faking it out. Ian alone on B right now as the hit comes in from IWNL.
Oh, Ian, the headshot, but Brax with the operator. God, those players are both so low, Jet and Astra, but at least they're alive. Jae-Sung, though, continues to be a hero for SONIQS in this comeback. Still alive himself. Whitmer peeking out, checking generator. Gets a fire, the flash through. Allows for the kill, but Crunchy gets Whitmer.
Dave Jae-Sung there, Brax.
It's up to Brax. They're defusing. You can't do anything about it. This is it. GG. SONIQS 14-12. The comeback is successful, and we are going map 3 on Breeze.
It's already been a long day, so why not make it a little bit longer? I'm excited. We haven't seen Breeze yet today on the main stream, so definitely excited to see that. I would expect some chamber gameplay there. It's definitely one of those maps where he seems like he would probably thrive as an agent, and I'm all for it.